Okinawa. That word sounds something special to us. That word reminds something special feeling to us living in Japan. It's 1,600 kilometers far from Tokyo Haneda Airport. And it's 1,200 kilometers far from Osaka Kansai International Airport. The island made by coral reef has its own unique ecosystem and has its own distinct culture and buildings, and has its own histories. And as already you know, Okinawa is the only place where the Grand Battle had broken out in Japan when the era of World War II. There are so many places to visit in Okinawa. The beautiful sea, the historical heritages, and so on. It takes only 2 hours from Tokyo or Osaka. At the moment you put your shoes on Naha Airport, you'll definitely notice the difference of atmosphere from other places in Japan. Your new trip in Okinawa will start at the moment. When you get off the airplane and smell the air of Okinawa. So let's start the new trip in Okinawa with me. This time, we'll start our trip from Kansai International Airport in Osaka. There are several LCC flights from Osaka to Okinawa at this airport. When you reserve the seat, I'd recommend taking the window seat because you can enjoy the beautiful sceneries of the islands of West Japan. Soon, the Okinawa Island will appear. Now we are already standing at Okinawa. You can take the monorail called Yui-rail soon. This is the famous switching point of Yui-rail. Perhaps you've already seen this in some SMS. This time, we came here in July. This summer, Osaka was also very hot. So there are not much difference of the temperature. But if you visit here in winter season from other prefectures, you'll be amazed by the difference of that temperature between Okinawa and others. This is the entrance of Kokusai Dori, which means the international street. Originally, this street had built at 1933 as a street from the center of Naha city to Shuri city. In that era, there are no buildings, there are just a bunch of farms and ponds. In the period of World War II, almost all the houses and the buildings of Okinawa had been collapsed. Soon after that, they built the street and the buildings again, and that was so fast and so drastic. So they called out this street the Miracle Mile. Now the time is for lunch. This is called katsudon, a rice bowl with egg and fried pork. The taste is similar to Kansai region, but there are small differences, I think. It's so nice to notice those small differences. Let's continue walking. This area is called Makishi. There are many shopping streets with arcades. Each street has their own name and its own originalities. This is a kind of public market called Makishi-kosetsu-ichiba. Let's enter. Oh, what's this? There are so many unique seafoods which can't be seen in other places in Japan. So colorful fishes. This market is considered as the kitchen of Okinawa. It is always filled with tourists and local people. Oh, what's this again? This is called harisenbon, which means 1,000 needles. It's so fun just looking at those unique seafoods. Oh, this is a kind of the skin of pig's face. At the second floor, you can find some restaurants of Okinawa cuisine. You can bring those seafoods from the shops of first floor and ask them to cook those seafoods and eat them here. No need to try to bring them to your hotel. This market was rebuilt at 2029, so it's very clean inside. I definitely recommend visiting here when you come to Okinawa. Let's take a walk outside. When I walk here, I always feel a kind of nostalgic feeling. The feeling is quite different from that when I walk at Kokusai Dori. Those streets are quite near, but the atmosphere isn't same. That's the reason why I like walking in this area. Next, we'll visit the Yachimun Street. Yachimun means pottery in English. We call it yakimono in other prefectures. About 300 years ago, in the era of Ryukyu period, the Ryukyu government gathered a bunch of talented masters of pottery here. From then, this street has known as the Pottery Street. There are many pottery shops. Of course, you can enjoy shopping. And there are several beautiful houses which was built as its own unique style. You can find some differences of the architecture from other regions of Japan. Let's continue walking. I found a narrow, mysterious path. Where will it lead us? Oh, there is a small shrine. They call it Utaki in Okinawa. There are so many Utaki bigger ones and small ones. Regardless of its sizes, it's so important, holy thing for them. These trees are called gajimaru. It's a symbol tree of Okinawa Prefecture. Every single details are different from other region. Today, we vlogged so long. Let's have some beer. My friend Mr. M lives in Naha City now. He'll lead us to an izakaya restaurant that he often goes. This region is called Sakae-machi. It's near from Asato Station, Yui Rail. The atmosphere of this street is similar to the Makishi-shopping street, I think. Kind of old and nostalgic and lively. Now, let's end up today with some beer. There are so many izakaya restaurants in this region. You can enjoy Japanese food, especially Okinawa's local food, with reasonable price. Now my friend Mr. M got so drunk and he went home with taxi. So I'll go back to my hotel alone. It's so nice taking a walk at this Kokusai Dori, especially at night. I love this lively atmosphere indeed. Good morning. Hard rain's falling. In summer season, rain often falls in Okinawa, but it will stop soon. Today, we'll go to the south part of Okinawa with this car. In Okinawa, there are so many rent-a-car shops. I strongly recommend borrowing a car at least one day when you are in Okinawa. Because there are no railways except the center part of Naha City. You can go around the Okinawa Island in one day with a car. This time, we'll go to the south battlefield of Okinawa. Now we arrived at the big park. This is called Heiwa Kinen Kouen. That means Peace Memorial Park. It is located at Itoman City, the southest part of Okinawa Island. That monument is built above Gama, which means a cave in English. When the battle was going on, many people died in the cave. The names of victims were engraved on those memorial stones. Apparently, those names are Okinawa's people only. But actually, it is also includes the names of foreign people who concerned to that war. About 240,000 people who has died by the Okinawa battle or any concerned war were engraved on those stones. When we are looking at this quiet sea, it is hard to imagine such a huge amount of people has died in this place. That is called Heiwa-kinen-do. It means the Peace Memorial Hall. It was made as a memorial of the victims of the war. You can enter and see some paintings and statues. Next, we are going to Himeyuri-no-tou. It is located very near from Heiwa Kinen Kouen. When 1945, there were 222 female students and 18 teachers worked as nurses at Okinawa Military Hospital. But the condition of the war gradually got worse. They were forced to hide in the caves around. Finally, US military occupied almost all the places of Okinawa Island. There were 96 people in this cave. 87 people were attacked and killed here. Other people who had been in other caves were also found and killed too. In this memorial museum, you can see the pictures of those students and teachers one by one. There are some introduction of what personality each one has with each of their pictures. We can feel the sense of respect by those pictures and introduction. Now let's move to another place. Let's have lunch here. This is called Uman-chu Ichiba, a kind of farmer's market. You can enjoy shopping of Okinawa's seafoods, fruits, vegetables, and so on, and enjoy it at the terrace. So lively atmosphere. Here is called Itoman Fishing Port. Itoman City has a nickname which is Umin-chu-no-machi, which means a city of fishermen. This city has a long history as a port of fishermen. Let's go to the next spot. We are going to an island. It's called Senaga-jima. It is so popular with tourists, especially in younger generation. It's located nearby the Naha airport. You can see the takeoff and the landing. There are so many restaurants and shops painted by white color. And so it makes us feel like we are in Greece. Sorry, I've never been to Greece. This island is considered as a kind of lover's island. I don't know what the reason is. Anyway, it's so nice to visit and see the beautiful sea and enjoy shopping or have some meal. And the next spot is the Shuri Castle. You can't miss it if you come to Okinawa. It's located at the center of Naha city. This is considered a symbol of Ryukyu era before Okinawa was integrated to Japan. Ryukyu was an independent country completely separated from Japan. It was established in 1429, about 600 years ago. In that era, a man called Shohashi became the king of Ryukyu Island and started the Ryukyu Kingdom. They traded with many other Asian countries, of course includes China. So we can feel a strong influence of China in any details of those buildings. Not only in this Shuri castle, we can feel such atmosphere of Ryukyu eras. When we are taking a walk in this Naha city. Anyway, let's get into the castle. In fact, the castle was burned by fire in 2019. It's just a year before the COVID-19 pandemic. Now they are rebuilding the castle again. And we can see the process of construction. So now is a good opportunity for us. Because it is so hard to see such a process by that year. And in fact, the technique of Ryukyu's construction is so different from Japanese one. I'm not an expert of construction, but it's a nice experience to see such a process. The carpenters who build castles and shrines are called miyadaiku in Japan. They have great techniques and knowledge about construction of shrines. The rebuilding construction is going to be completed in 2026. Let's go to the top of the castle. The walls have those beautiful curves and the angular design. Those designs are quite different from the castles in other prefectures, I think. It's so nice to see such differences. Now we're on the top of Naha city. This scenery is able to be seen until 2026. The kings of Ryukyu Kingdom definitely showed this beautiful scenery to the visitors from other countries. And they definitely boasted how beautiful this scenery were. I'm hoping for the construction will be a success. So let's go to the last place of today. It's a shrine called Nami no Uegu. That means a shrine above the sea. You'll see the reason of that name. The color of the roof is so unique. It is quite different from Japanese shrines indeed. If you've already been in Kyoto, Nara, or other prefectures, you'll definitely notice the difference between Okinawa's shrines and other regions. There is a beach nearby the shrine. In fact, the shrine is on this big rock. This is the reason why the shrine is called Nami no Uegu. Now let's end up today with some beer. Mr. M took me to an izakaya restaurant that's his favorite place. It's not Okinawa's cuisine, it's just a Japanese izakaya style. He has been living in Okinawa a year, so he's getting so tired of Okinawa's cuisine. Already was drinking along. She left 3 big beer bottles. How strong she is. Thank you for your guidance, Mr. M. Now I'm going back to my hotel. It's good to be alone after having some beer. Especially in a city that I don't belong. Everything is so different from my common days. I think almost all the viewers of this video likes traveling. So I think you can feel the same feeling as me. Do you like walking along in unknown city too? So this is the end of the trip in Naha City, Okinawa. I hope you enjoyed this video. Okinawa is a nice place to visit. I strongly recommend it. See you again soon.